Many foreign people ask me why Japanese people hate tattoos. So today, I want to talk about our tattoo history and hopefully answer that question. Meshida jokes about Japan. Hey guys, it's Meshida. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm a comedian and I introduce funny Japanese culture. If you are interested in that, please subscribe to my channel.
Meshida.
It is said there isn't any specific origin of tattoos. It spread all over the world as proof of adulthood, proof of spiritual power, and to ward off evil. Unfortunately, now in Japan, it has become proof of Yakuza, proof of foolishness, and words of onsen or hot springs. In Japan, we have a long history of tattooing. It is said that even 16,000 years ago, some people got tattoos on their faces. In some regions, for example in Hokkaido, Okinawa, Amami, Oshima, women got tattoos as a rite of passage. And it continued until the beginning of the 20th century. Some of them got tattoos on their right hand to prove their commitment to their marriage. I think it's a very good way to prevent cheating. Unlike engagement rings, they cannot be removed.
Meshida.
From the 7th century, our Japanese sense of beauty changed. People preferred beautiful clothing and perfume to enhancing their physical beauty. As a result, our tattoo culture became obsolete. But during the Edo period, from 1603 to 1868, tattoo culture became popular again. Thanks to the development of ukiyo-e painting, it was possible to get very beautiful tattoos which looked like a ukiyo-e painting. Tattoos became popular among carpenters. They usually worked half naked and showed their horimono or tattoos to people. And their tattoos were called living ukiyo-e. Also, they worked as firefighters. At that time in Edo, there were many fires. So, firefighters were very important. And they risked their lives and went to dangerous places and saved people. Of course, they were highly respected, and their beautiful horimono or tattoos became a cool symbol of their status. But on the other hand, among high-class samurai, it was thought that it was terrible to hurt their body to get tattoos. So most samurai didn't have them. Yes, now and in the past, tattoos are for blue-collar workers. And in the Edo period, among prostitutes and their customers, tattoos were very popular as a pledge of love. So women and men had the same tattoos. The tradition that a tattoo's proof of love becomes proof of a mistake has been inherited all over the world.
Meshida.
On the other hand, at that time, tattoos were also used as punishment for criminals. Through this punishment, it was easier to recognize convicts, and people could be careful of them. Depending on the region, the shape and the placement of tattoos were different. Criminals were tattooed either on their forehead or arms. I think this is a reason why many Australian people get tattoos. In some regions, criminals had very unique tattoos. If they committed a crime, the first time they get a kanji tattoo, which means one. The second time, they get this. And the third time, they get this. This kanji means dog. And some criminals were desperate because they couldn't erase a criminal record on their bodies. So some of them used their tattoos to threaten people. Of course, the most feared were the dogs. They proudly walked the streets with their shameful kanji tattoos, like Western people now.
Meshida.
After the Edo period, Japan tried to westernize and be accepted as a modern country by the West. So we banned tattoos because in many colonies, the traditional tattoos of local citizens were seen as barbarism. As a result, now Western people have become barbarians. But in Japan, even though they banned tattoos, it was very rare to be arrested. People find loopholes and our tattooing techniques were preserved for the current day, the same as with prostitution.
飯だ
After World War II, the prohibition on tattoos was removed. But in the 1960s, Yakuza movies became very popular in Japan, and in them, many Yakuza were depicted with tattoos. Then, the stereotype that people who have tattoos are Yakuza became very popular. So you could say that the media created the stereotypical biased image. People who have tattoos are Yakuza. This is the same as the main American media, which says Joe Biden will save America.
飯だ
In the 1980s, many of the Yakuza's conflicts involved guns. Then, a new anti-Yakuza law came into force to try to remove the Yakuza from our society. But if they said no Yakuza, the Yakuza might get angry and abuse them. So they avoided saying it directly and instead said no tattoos. Nowadays, many places ban people who have tattoos from entering. This is because the media created the image that all tattooed people are Yakuza. But nowadays, the situation is changing. The number of Yakuza is decreasing, and many normal people get tattoos just for fashion. So, we Japanese have to change our mindset that tattooed people are Yakuza. They are not Yakuza. They just made a mistake.
飯だ
In the Edo period in Japan, tattoos were both cool and criminal, but the media's focus on the negative side of tattoos created a stereotype. In Japan, actually, we Japanese can accept tattooed foreigners because they are aliens. On the other hand, we Japanese see Japanese people who have tattoos as being out of line. Japan is a homogeneous country. We are really strict about how other Japanese act. But on the other hand, when you look back on our history, you could say that tattoos are a traditional, important part of our culture. I think it's a personal choice to get tattoos, and it's cool to get tattoos with a deep meaning behind them. But nowadays, many young people get tattoos too easily, even though once you get a tattoo, it's very difficult to remove it. I met a Western man who has a tattoo written in Japanese. It is this. It means left foot, hidari ashi. Unfortunately, it's on his right arm. I guess he would give his right arm for another left foot. 2 left feet is bad enough. Imagine having 3.
飯だ
Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. And please check out my Patreon page too. So see you soon. Bye bye.